डियर वाल वेलकम बैक। तो आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे LeetCode 83 रिमूव डुप्लीकेट्स फ्रॉम दी सॉर्टेड लिस्ट. So what it tells, given the head of a sorted list, delete all duplicates such that each element appears only once, return the linked list sorted as well. मतलब जितने भी डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स अगर वन दो टाइम है हियर वंस तो अगर ये दो वन है तो इसको रिमूव कर देना पड़ेगा. उसके बाद जो सॉर्टेड ऑर्डर में लिस्ट है उस वो सेम सॉर्टेड ऑर्डर में रिटर्न करना है. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट. Okay, so what it tells ki this is the example that you can see, that is the example 1 1 2. So what we will be doing is this. Look, this is 1 and that is 1 and that is 2. So how actually linked lists are represented? These are represented like this. This is 1, that is 1 and that is this. And now this is according to this declaration which is given to us in LeetCode. जो LeetCode में दिया हुआ है इसके अकॉर्डिंग फर्स्ट हमारे जो वैल्यू है वैल्यू पार्ट होगा. उसके बाद this is the pointer position. I mean this is next part. Yeah, this dot value and this is next part. So here we'll be storing the address for the next node. Next, this is again the next part. And here is 1, here is 2. So हमें क्या करना है, डुप्लीकेट से रिमूव करना है. So just try to notice. अगर we just do like this, now it is pointing to like this, it is pointing to this, it is pointing to this. And now if we suppose just do like this, that instead, and this is being pointed by the temp node. Let's say we took few nodes, we are working. So first we'll be taking nodes like temp node, we'll be taking a temp node or a previous node. So suppose we are here, we are working here, so here we'll be utilizing our current node. उसके बाद हमें और भी एक पॉइंटर की जरूरत पड़ेगा. लेट्स से दैट इज प्रीवियस नोड. सो और प्रीवियस नोड विल बी हियर. एंड नाउ व्हाट वी हैव डिटेक्टेड कि फर्स्ट नोड और सेकंड नोड के अंदर हमारे पास डुप्लीकेट्स हैं. सो हमें कोई भी एक नोड्स को रिमूव करना है सो दैट वी हैव द सॉर्टेड ऑर्डर विदाउट डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स. सो लेट्स से वी विल बी रिमूविंग दिस वन, we'll be removing this middle one. So what to do? If we just update this section, first we will be updating this section. Instead of pointing to here, if you just point to this node, and here the connection is cut, then it will work. That means what we have to do, first we have to make a connection here, and second we have to break the, हमें एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा. दिस इज सॉल्यूशन सॉल्वन. सो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया, उसके बाद हमने हेड नोड को इनिशियलाइज किया विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू द क्लास लिस्ट नोड, दिस क्लास न्यू लिस्ट नोड. ओके, देन हम स्टार्ट करते मेन पोर्शन को. सो फर्स्ट हेयर इज द कंस्ट्रेंट, वी हैव टू स्टडी द कंस्ट्रेंट. दैट मीन्स द नंबर ऑफ नोड्स इन द लिस्ट इज इन द रेंज 0 to 300. मतलब 0 से 300 तक हो सकते. सो वी हैव टू कंसिडर द जीरो केस. सो सिंपली इफ, so the first case is when that is 0, that means when head is pointing to null, that means head. So this case we will be writing like this. If first will be encountering that if head is null, if there is no element, that means it will be storing null. So if head is equals to null, so simply will be returning head, Now our main object is to check if two nodes are same, then deleting the current one, or second one. So okay, if it is null, so we'll be running the loop till while current. So first we'll be creating two pointers. First pointer will be list node current, list node previous, and this previous will be pointing to head, so that will be list node previous, that is head, and list node current. Okay, so this is pointing to the next head dot next. Now we'll be running the loop till the current is not null. So while current not equals to null, so we'll be running our loop till then. So here we'll be checking two conditions, if and else. So the first condition that we will be checking, that if, the first condition that we'll be checking, let's understand again. The first condition that we'll be checking, that if those two elements are same, if this value and this value is same, that means if previous dot val equals to next dot val, if this value is same, that means here duplicate exists. So let's write it. So if previous dot val equals to next dot val. So if they are same, that means that then there is duplicate. We found the duplicate. So now we'll be removing, and to remove, what first we have to do? Now observe. Now we have to remove. So first we have to cut the. So first we have to change this one. That means here we have to store the address stored here. That means here in this section. Okay. So in there, this section, this portion, and this portion, and they're pointing like this, and here I have to store the memory, and this is pointing to the next node. So here I want that this should be pointing to this. That means this previous is pointing here. So previous should have the value which the current is having. So I will be just doing like this: previous dot next. Previous dot next will be updating the next this section by this value, so that is equals to current dot next. Once you apply this line, now if this is 100 and this is 100, so it will also have 100, and hence it will no more pointing this one, it will be pointing to that node. So once you have done, now what we have to do? We have to update this current also, because if current keeps pointing, so there will be mistakes. So first we'll be breaking this connection. The connection here we have to break this one. So simply current dot next will be just a current dot next, that is equals to null. And now we'll be updating the current to current, and we'll be updating the current by the previous value. That means what the address of previous, that is previous dot next. So now current will also be pointing to this section. So we'll be applying this 3 lines of code. Okay, so okay, so previous dot value. So first what? Previous dot next, that is equals to current dot next. Next we are updating the current dot next to null. Current dot next, that is equals to null. So once after that we are updating the current to previous dot next. So okay, actually I'm observing from the copy from the tab current, that is equals to previous dot next. Previous dot next. So okay, now this section we have covered, that will be handling the case. And if that is else condition, when they are not same, so we'll be simply updating both the pointers. That means we have to change the previous, that is equals to current, and we'll be updating the current to the next section, that is current dot next. Look, one thing here, this previous equals to current, that means previous, that is equals to previous next, that is the same meaning here. So okay, now we'll be running the code, and we'll get an error right now. Variable next, previous dot val, that is equals to next dot val. No, that will be current dot val, current. And then we have to return the head, list node, return head. So let's run this program. Okay, so our program has run, and we have completely